guys? I'm Justin, and you are visiting the Welcome to Your Doom Show channel. This is episode number 16. Nope. This is episode number 17, and Atul and I are going to be discussing the Infinity War film. But before we actually see it, we're going to be comparing some stuff that we read in the book, Infinity Gauntlet, to what we think might be an Infinity War, and basically just talk some shit about it. Hope you enjoy the episode. If you like what we're doing, please hit the like button and the subscribe button and any other buttons you want to press, any of them. And check out our website, welcometoyourdoomshow.com. On with the episode. Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to your doom.
What's up, folks? This is Justin.
This is Atul.
And we're back. We're back again. If you're watching us on YouTube right now, you'll notice we look exactly the same as we did in the previous episode.
It's because I don't change or shower ever.
Limited wardrobe. It smells awful in here. We're doing these episodes back to back, so make more efficient use of our time. We're actually going to be discussing the Infinity War film coming up by that little studio called Marvel Studios. Do we even call it Marvel Studios anymore? I mean, it's fucking Disney now at this point.
Yeah, but there's still, Marvel Studios is still
a division of Disney, Disney Entertainment.
Subsidiary of Disney. Yeah, so I think the movie is coming out next week.
I think it's next week.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So next week being April 27?
Correct. So basically, we just kind of want to talk about, we both just finished Infinity Gauntlet, which is loosely what the film's going to be pulling from, I guess, in terms of inspiration, I guess we'll say. I mean, it's not going to be, obviously, a word-for-word retelling or anything like that.
No, and I think that's probably one of the things we're going to talk about.
Exactly. So, we just kind of wanted to talk about what we think's going to happen. What's going to happen in the film? What do we want to see? What don't we want to see? Stuff along those lines. So...
Yeah, so we finished reading the Infinity Gauntlet, but there is a book called The Infinity War.
That's right.
Which I started reading by mistake because you are an asshole, and you basically said we want to do a review for like a run through of Infinity War. So I said okay, I'll go. I got Infinity War and started reading it. Started with Thanos at like an old age home.
I've already apologized. God damn it.
in like growing his own crops, and I'm like, this is a little different than what I thought it was going to be. And then it turns out that you did not mean Infinity War, you meant Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, speaking of Gauntlet,
it's back.
It's back. I got my Infinity mitt.
Infinity oven mitt.
Does this work on my? No, it doesn't work on my keyboard.
It's not thin enough.
Yeah. Oh, Infinity War came out in 2006. No, maybe that's the
reprint.
Yeah, it's probably the reprint. Yeah.
It's possible.
In 2000. No, originally published 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so I think that the Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War, and then I think Infinity Crusade is the other one. If that makes sense. Those all came out. We haven't read any of those.
Not yet.
So,
no.
But we're just sort of basing what we know about Infinity Gauntlet and seeing like what the movie is going to be like. So, do you have any initial thoughts on what you think is going to happen in the? Oh, so sorry, just backing it up. Infinity Saga is like, I think that's what the whole thing is referred to.
Yeah.
Starts with Thanos Quest, the Infinity Gauntlet, what we just read. Infinity Gauntlet Aftermath, Infinity War Aftermath, Infinity Crusades, Volume 1 and 2. And, oh man, it just keeps going. Infinity Abyss.
That's why I don't think Infinity War is 2006. That seems way too late.
Infinity Revelation, the Infinity Relativity, the Infinity Entity, and Thanos, the Infinity Finale. Holy crap.
It's a lot of... It sounds like it goes on for infinity.
Yeah, that's right. It really does earn its namesake. That is extreme. So the Infinity Gauntlet, I guess officially, like book 0 would be Thanos Quest, but the Infinity Gauntlet is essentially book 1. So we started in the right place, I think.
I think so. And Infinity War, the reprint was 2006 originally published. The actual Infinity War books were 92.
Yeah, I see 92, right. I see 93. It keeps going all the way 2002. 2014 and up to 2016. That was the Infinity Finale.
That's why when you said that it started, because I haven't read Infinity War either, I haven't even looked at it, and to say that it started off with Thanos gardening, I would have been like, he's been gardening for 15 years?
Hey man, I was so confused reading that story.
Man has so much kale.
Yeah, He looks to be in good shape, though.
I mean, yeah, he's probably got like good livestock. He's got like really good like grass-fed bison.
I don't know. I also think that given his complexion, he probably eats a lot of eggplant.
Eggplant? Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Beets.
Yeah. That's right. Beets and eggplants.
Beets and eggplant, man.
So you have any thoughts on the movie? I've only seen one trailer. I actually avoiding all of the trailers.
I'm trying.
I haven't been watching
I've seen
them,
more than I've wanted, I think. But I think the last one I saw was the first major trailer, which was like the 3-minute one. So you see, like, you've got the whole likely, the
whole gang is there.
The whole gang's there. You've got Cap with his grizzly beard, looking super fucking handsome.
I love
Jesus
it. If I could
Christ.
grow a beard like that, I would do that in a second.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He just looks great with a beard.
Yeah. So you got all the usual suspects coming back. Cap's got a new shield. That's pretty much it. Like, there's not much else there. But the one thing to really take away is, one, Thanos looks pretty good.
He does. He does, but he still looks like a CG man.
Yeah, he does look like a CG
Man, I
man,
think
but he
that,
looks better than like a Steppenwolf CG man.
That's the thing. I don't think Steppenwolf himself and looked all that awful. I don't think he looks any worse than any other CG creation in like other big budget films.
I'm gonna disagree.
Give me like a Marvel or a superhero film where another CG character looks better.
I would go with the Hulk in pretty much.
Okay, but the Hulk. Okay,
I'm going back to even the Incredible Hulk, like the one with the Edward Norton film. No, not Eric Bana. That one looked a little bit cartoony, but like, here's the thing: is Steppenwolf, his close-up shots and of him kind of just walking around and stuff, it doesn't look bad at some instances.
That's kind of what I was getting at. But when he was fighting,
when he's fighting and stuff, then it looks cartoony. It doesn't look as good as like some of the stuff they did in the Hulk looked good. Some looked bad, but most of it looked pretty convincing.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the backdrops also really help drive home whether something looks real or not.
Sure.
Steppenwolf's literally a CG character in a CG world, so it all just kind of is hard to swallow.
That's right.
Whereas like the Hulk is basically on plates that they sub in, and then they're doing practical effects around it, which are
that's true.
It lends to the credibility of the character being there.
Doused in CG. Yeah, you're right.
If we're comparing to the Hulk in Ragnarok, then we've got a little bit more of a conversation, because I know what you're saying. That's kind of what you were thinking of.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways, so
that's what I was thinking of, because I'm thinking of Ragnarok because we did see them close to each other. I just didn't think that the CG on Steppenwolf was bad. Bad. It wasn't great, and I understand why folks would sort of complain about it. But I mean, the Hulk looked kind of the same. Like I didn't really. Yeah, you just kind of like. I don't know. But I would say it's definitely the lowest grade of them all. So but when I look at Thanos, I still see the same kind of problem. But it's definitely not as bad as it's better. It's just I still see the same problem. I wish they could go prosthetic with a lot of this stuff, but you know what? That has its own problems, right? Yeah. That can look super duper hokey. But when you get like someone like Ron Perlman as Hellboy, like full body makeup, it's possible. It's possible to do some of this stuff. It's just I don't even know if they did any makeup tests or anything. They probably just jumped into assuming he's going to be a CG guy. But when he's all CG, you can play with the proportions. You can get him to look very much like his comic book counterpart, wide shoulders, giant grizzled chin, or like I don't know, his chin looks like a bunch of folded skin, But he's got kind of like, but like you could get those comic book proportions, like dead accurate.
So my buddy Ricky, I'll show you this. I'll post it up here or something like that. But my buddy Ricky put together this really great image of what he thought Thanos looked like.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
you got those two. Basically, it looks like an amalgamation of Bruce Willis as John McClane and Stone Cold Steve Austin. You put those two together and you got Thanos.
That's right. So just looking at what we've seen from the movie, I haven't seen all of the Marvel films. I think I've seen most of the relevant ones. There's stuff from the book that there's like stuff from this story that they're just not going to be able to do.
Absolutely.
And I think that if you listen to the previous review we did, one of the kind of issues with the Infinity Gauntlet story was just how powerful the Gauntlet is. And I don't think they're going to take it to that level. I don't think that they can it's definitely an exercise in there's always has to be something coming. So I don't know if they're going to be able to do that, or if they do that, that'll be the penultimate thing. Not like right at the beginning, offing 50% of the universe.
Yeah.
Like that's not going to happen. So there's definitely going to be some power management going on.
So I can see them doing something like that, but it would have to serve some purpose. What I mean is you're going to be having a lot of these actors not returning either by death or by whatever. Because most of them have vocally said yeah, it's been a lot of fun, but I want out.
Yeah.
Downey Jr., Chris Evans, I think Hemsworth has said that. Like all the original guys all basically said that. And you can understand that sentiment, but how do you get rid of them? Do you kill them? Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's something like Thanos goes and does something crazy.
And resets things.
Resets everything. Yeah. And then now all of a sudden you've got a completely new cast and set of movies.
I see.
That could be one direction that they take it. I could definitely see that happening. But the thing is, they've also got cash cows that they just started that they're not going to want to get rid of. Guardians, Spider-Man, they definitely don't want to restart. Tom Holland, you haven't seen...
I've not seen Spider-Man. No.
Okay, well, there's nothing in it that plays into the Infinity War aside from him existing and working with Tony Stark.
Right.
But God, he's the best Spider-Man by far. It's not even close.
No, I've heard good things. It's definitely on the list. I do want to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I haven't gotten a chance to see that because I did enjoy the first movie very much.
Yeah.
But
Kurt Russell, man, I'm so surprised you haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, Kurt Russell, Sylvester Stallone, I'm both in the movie.
I forgot about him.
Yeah. So that's an interesting point. I think that I feel like that's a very comic book move.
Oh yeah,
to do something like that, or the DC has their Infinite Worlds kind of thing, and these guys could have the Infinity Gauntlet, which is can reset reality, and alter things and new act. Can you imagine they just introduce a whole new cast?
Yeah,
at the end
all of a sudden
they just changed actors to another prominent actor, like Steve Buscemi is now Captain America.
Oof, that'd be interesting. God, there is not enough prosthetics in the world to convince me that he's going to be Cap. He's more of a... Oh, I was going to say he's more of a Bruce Banner. I think that was something that they did in the Ultimates. Yeah, the comic book series. They were talking about who should be cast as whoever.
Yeah.
And I think they were all basically saying, Brad Pitt should be cast as me, blah, blah, blah. And somebody's like, what about Banner? Like, Banner? That's Buscemi.
Yes.
The bug eyes.
The bug eyes, yeah.
All weird.
Yeah, and a lot of those, the art was based on actors, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially this, the Sam Jackson, Nick Fury design, and Buscemi as Banner.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, there's that power management, I think. And, the ultimate goal, he can't be omnipotent in the way he was in the book.
No. Not to that degree, I don't think so. Because then it's... Well... You can, because then it goes back to the whole problem with him potentially in the book as well, of being omnipotent and being able to do everything, but his own character fallacy.
Do you think they're going to put that in the movie?
Now that's the more interesting question, I think. I keep pointing with this stupid middle. That's the more interesting question, and I don't know that they can, because you've got to have a rich history of Thanos being Thanos before you can really start just throwing in something like that and have it be meaningful. If you just do it in a movie where he's really... he's been barely introduced in in just a couple of cutscenes at the end, and then Guardians is where you see the most of him.
Right.
And he's really just chilling in the cut.
Right, yeah.
Just in his chair leaning back, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that they can do that move. I think it'd be an interesting... I like that part of the character Thanos, but to just bring it in there, I think it's going to be felt as cheap writing.
Yeah, I agree, but I think that was the most interesting part of this story.
I completely agree.
Thanos' character, but you're right. It needs to come from history. It needs to come he needs to have a history of failing, and that's definitely not here. It's not established at all.
Well, the cool thing is it can't be in one movie. You can't just introduce him and then all of a sudden say, and he has this fallacy that allows him to do this. It seems cheap, but it's a two-parter.
Oh, that's right.
Right? So maybe they might be able to somehow do it. It would take some pretty good storytelling, but is it possible? Yeah, but it's going to be difficult. But that's the only way that you can really throttle the whole... at some point he's going to have the gauntlet. That's a fact.
Well, yeah, I think you see him... I think in that first trailer, he's putting the stones in the gauntlet. I don't know. He definitely gets them all. I think
at some point.
I'm assuming that he gets them all at some point.
That's my guess is how the movie's going to end. Is it's going to end with him putting the last, probably whatever the most important stone is. I don't know which one that would be, but he pops that in, and that's where movie one ends.
So this book, the prominent characters in this story are actually not featured in any of the movies. I mean, Doctor Strange is probably the most prominent that's featured in the film.
Yeah.
But Adam Warlock is nowhere to be found.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Maybe they could introduce him, I suppose. But who else? All the other bit players, like they're not in the book. So this is like it would be a whole new story. Really, the common ground is Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos is definitely the common ground.
Yeah, and I think that would be it. The Gauntlet and Thanos would be the common ground, and that would be where the commonalities end. I'd love for them to get that sort of personality quirk in there. Do you think his love of, do you think they're gonna do his love of death is gonna be his driving?
Yes and no.
Right.
I don't think they're going to have a physical manifestation of death. Or I don't know if I want to say that. I don't think that they'd go that far. But if they do, I don't think it's going to be as comical of a relationship as is in this book.
I think they'll do a better job of more subtle in their dialogue choices, I'm sure, to get the point across that.
Yeah.
Do you think there won't be a physical manifestation? I think that's probably a little too hokey for the universe that they've set up.
I completely agree. I think that he likes the idea of death, or he wants a good death, something along those lines, something very gladiator-ish, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what he wants. He's some kind of a relationship with death, but he wants it directly. I don't think you're going to see, Madam Death walking around. I don't think that he's going to be starting to throw hissy fits when somebody's not giving him enough attention. I think he's just some crazy warlord that wants ultimate power and wants to be able to either die a good death or...
But do you see that's so boring?
It's
you're really stripping away what... They're really stripping... if they went down that road and kind of washed him out.
Right.
I think that's what they're doing. They would wash him out because they... what makes him interesting is this character flaw and his need to impress death.
Yeah.
And I think that they have to keep that. I think that's what makes him a distinct villain. That drive, that obsession. Mm-hmm. So I think they'll have that obsession of death in the film. I don't think it'll be a physical entity, but I think that it will be something that he references as a person. Right. He's referencing death as a person.
Well, I mean, that was his whole his introduction to the universe in the first Avengers is having that saying, to mess with Earth is to court death, and he gets all excited about it. Yeah. So there's definitely something in there.
He just has
big dumb sneer,
or he's got a Titan boner. It's court death. I'm sprung. Oof. Let's go.
I'm just thinking of eggplant again. Oh, Lord.
But he was clearly excited about it.
Very. Too much so. I'm going to go out on a limb and say too much so.
Right.
But yeah, no. I do think his motivations... I hope his motivations are going to be more than just conquest, because then he's going to become the same old... Who's the most interesting villain in the Marvel Universe? By far.
By far. I guess Loki,
right?
But actually, the Black Panther, Killmonger,
sorry, I haven't
pretty good.
I heard he's incredible. I haven't seen the film yet, so that's something I do have to see. But
Killmonger's pretty good. Yeah,
is the reason I'm going to go out on a limb and say the reason is because he's got a pretty interesting motivation. Probably is a much more well-rounded backstory.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You can probably sympathize with the villain a little bit too, right?
Yes.
There you go. That's how you make a good villain. You take out Malekith, and then you got the Abomination, and they're just throwaway villains. They're the bad guy for the good guy to hit, right?
Yep.
But these interesting characters that have flaws and have backstories and have motivations and stuff that you can actually relate to makes for a good villain. And that's exactly what it is with Thanos in the book. So hopefully they don't just bring him down to be kind of, big, powerful.
Yeah, they can't afford to do that. They're leading up to this point. I think what the Marvel films have done really well is always kept things interesting. Heroes are all different. They all have different motivations. And if they're putting so much hype around Thanos, it can't just be plain and simple.
I hope.
I think there's got to be more to it. Apparently, some folks are going to die in this movie. I've been hearing that, like that some folks are going to die. Any thoughts on who's going to make it out?
I think all the core guys are going to go at some point. Maybe not Hemsworth. I'm not sure if Hemsworth has been hemming and hawing, but I could see him going.
Hemming.
Hemming?
Hawing.
Hemming and hawing. Cap is not making it out of this alive. I'd be more interested to say who's going to be gone the first movie versus the second movie.
Sure.
There's I really don't think Cap is making it out. I don't know if he's going to make it out the first. Somebody's going to go in the first movie, and it's going to be a big impactful thing. Black Widow, they're not going to kill. I just don't see it happening. I don't think they have the stones to kill one of the two female leads in the film, the most recognizable female lead in the film. I could see Banner sticking around because I think he's a good kind of side character. Somebody that I don't know that they have enough confidence that he can lead his own film, but I think that he's a good side character. And I mean, he doesn't age, so he's a CG character. I think he can make it out. Hawkeye's an interesting thing. He's definitely been discussed as being in the film.
Yeah.
100%. But he hasn't been shown on any of the promotional material.
Right.
Not once.
Right.
And he hasn't even been shown in the trailers once.
Right.
So something's going on with him. They're playing that one close to the chest.
That's right.
But I could see him being ripe for the killing, which is unfortunate because Hawkeye's such a cool character. I love Jeremy Renner as an actor. And there's so many cool, fun. There's this one really, really fun run by Matt Fraction.
Yeah, I think I have that one.
Oh,
yeah,
it's so good.
Hawkeye run.
It's so good.
Shugu really likes that.
Yeah.
She likes the Hawkeye run by Matt Fraction. The art is really good in that. I can't remember who did the art, but good stuff.
Yeah, so I'd love to see a film just focused around Hawkeye, but yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think, Cap's got to go.
Cap's got to go.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to go in some epic, not back down way, for sure.
Right.
But
it's going to be like that scene where he walks up to Thanos and
just
starts talking to him. Yeah, I remember he's in the book, he's the last man standing on the first hero rush or whatever, and he walks up to Thanos in the books and they have a little discussion and he gets backhanded, but yeah, no, it's going to be, I think they're going to make it a meaningful death.
Yeah, one could hope.
Yeah.
And I hope they don't so I do think that at some point they're going to use the gauntlet to kind of reset the universe in a sense, but I don't hope I hope they don't kill a bunch of people and then just kind of reset it,
which is essentially what the book is done. Where
exactly.
It kills a whole bunch of people and then says, okay, everything's back to normal at the end. And I think this is one of the first big crossovers, maybe for cosmic crossovers for Marvel. So I think they were sort of afraid to pull the Oh, did they?
Yeah, the Secret Wars.
And that's company wide though, X-Men,
everybody. Yeah, it was basically they did the Secret Wars. That's where Spider-Man gets his black suit, and that's where Doom steals the Beyonder's powers, which led me to kept questioning every time fucking Doom was in this book. I'm like, don't you guys learn?
Yeah,
he's just gonna try and screw you,
dude. Seriously. Yeah.
Anyways, he's not one person that's gonna randomly show up in this film. I guess he can. Or wait, who owns Fantastic Four? It was 20th Century Fox.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was included in the purchase. I think maybe.
I think it was.
I did hear that they're going to start producing books now.
Yes.
Again. Yeah. I think that's sort of leading to a Marvel Studios sort of takeover. I read some headlines that people were thinking that the X-Men were going to be corrected in this. With whatever happens in the Infinity War,
I could see that
brought into the universe.
I could see that.
It's just endless speculation. But,
of course.
Just based on what's in the book versus the movie, I think things that are going to carry over is his character traits that make him special in the book they have to carry over. They have to have some representation of that. But I think that's about it. This is a cosmic crossover. And that just doesn't look like the scale that we're dealing with in the film.
No,
it's not.
No.
The film is not an epic science fiction romp. It's definitely more grounded in the Marvel Universe reality, which is not that. It's not that scale. Although Guardians 1, they have all of that, the collectors living inside one of the celestial skulls.
Yeah.
So the Celestials are they're there.
They're there.
So maybe they'll start I'd love for them to start breaking into those crazy ideas because I think those are the best. Those are the best. I enjoy those the most, and I think I want to see some of that crazy shit like Eternity. Although I don't think I'm ever going to see Eternity in a movie, but the Celestials or Galactus. Well, maybe not Galactus.
I would kill to see Galactus in a film done right.
Oh, for sure. But I mean to say, like in the Infinity War volume, or like 1 and 2, to see a Celestial or see the fact that open it up to that. Oh, there are these beings that are beyond our understanding.
Right.
They've hinted at it, like in Guardians, but like they haven't really cashed that in. I think that maybe now's the time to do that.
Yeah, I mean, at this level,
to really blow it up.
And you've got characters like Doctor Strange and stuff that can bridge that gap of like, okay, we talked about these characters before. They're coming. They're coming because they've sensed something. But I don't know. I feel like they built this entire universe and had the Celestials kind of be not off the cuff, but like a small part of the Guardians universe. I don't think Marvel would bring in something such a cool concept completely out of the blue. When people are paying money to go and see Marvel and Disney give the fans what they want. They don't really mess around too much there.
Yeah, but I mean they've hinted at a bigger universe, and Thanos is connected to that universe. Yeah, right. So it's like, or that bigger sort of world or ideas that are just bigger than Earth. Yeah, they've already hinted at that. So I'm thinking maybe there's going to be some sort of cash out of those ideas.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, they've got 2 movies, so...
Yeah.
So, those are my thoughts. I think those directors are really, really good. I think the movie's going to look... Already looks really...
It looks good. Some of the clips and shit in the trailers look awesome. And I mean, I don't know about Black Widow's. Black Widow's blonde hair is a little weird. I just thought of that for some reason. I was just thinking of how some of the shots they had. Because there's a couple of, like, epic shots of, like... I love this, like, when 2 warring factions are squaring off and everybody's kind of, like, just staring across the field and then all of a sudden they just charge. Yeah. Seeing that with, like, the Hulk and Captain America and Black Panther, like, at the front of the lines, I'm like, yo, that's kind of dope. Yeah. But then I just thought of Black Widow's hair and I was like... Yeah. Which is like literally the smallest gripe anybody can complain about.
That's right.
I'm not going to complain about a character's hair. I'm sorry. Right. I shouldn't have brought that up. I feel like an asshole.
Any other things you think are going to carry over from the book?
Well, let me think.
Or any other sort of...
So yeah, what I was actually going to say is, who do you think the main protagonist is going to be in this? Like, who's going to be driving the story? Is it going to be all focused on Thanos? Do you think maybe it's going to be Doctor Strange? Like... I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, I don't think that there is going to be one person. Like, in this one, you've got kind of Adam Warlock's the one that's driving the whole vehicle, right? It's like he's bridging all the gaps and tying everything into this one encounter with Thanos.
That's right.
I feel like Thanos is going to be that person in this. He's essentially kind of the driving factor that's going to link everything together.
I did see in a trailer that he's walking with a kid. It's like holding some kid's hand. Walking.
It looked like it was a green hand. I just thought it was Gamora.
Isn't Gamora in
Guardians?
Yeah. Oh, you thought that was a flashback?
I might have been a flashback, or maybe he's manipulating her, or whatever.
Oh, here's the other thing.
His daughter.
I think that they're gonna give. I think they'll do. Let me get this out. I think that they're gonna give the glove to Nebula.
Oh yeah,
Nebula. Nebula. I think that the glove is gonna go. I think that's a great moment in the book.
Yeah,
and they have all of the pieces. I think that work for that. Nebula's still alive. I'm still.
Yeah.
Okay, because I haven't seen Guardians too.
She's there.
I think either Gamora or Nebula are going to get the glove, the gauntlet, and because that happens in here, and that's a great moment in this book. And I think that they've got all the pieces; they could actually do it.
Yeah.
They could actually do that. So
that'd be a good nod to the book too, to have that character do that. I don't think it'll end the same way, but I could definitely see her being the one that snatches the glove. It'd be a really redemptive moment for those characters.
Right.
If I had to bet, I'd say probably both of them do it. Only because
like
Gamora and I think that they both have a hand in that. But I definitely could see something like that happening.
Right.
I mean, it's a good, strong female leads, and I really like those two characters. I think I might like Nebula more than I like
Gamora.
Yeah, she's good in this. When you see the second film, she's pretty good in that. I could see that happening.
I do think that would be a great moment for the movie to do its own spin on that switcheroo. I think that would be pretty cool.
So yeah, I'm just looking at the back of the cover to see what characters are there. So the Nova Corps could definitely play a factor in kind of, but I don't think they're going to be prominently featured.
Right.
Which is unfortunate because they kind of, I mean, they're essentially the Green Lanterns of the Marvel universe, right? And as much as we like the Green Lanterns, I don't think that the Nova Corps has been really that well represented or used in. I mean, they were kind of there a little bit as basically a giant net for a big ship.
I actually really like that scene.
I did too, but I feel like it would have been nice for them to do a little bit more,
right.
And really flesh out a little bit more about who they are other than Space Police. But I mean, that's you'd have to have their own movie for that, and I don't know that they want to do that yet.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, I see like they got to cash in on everything they've set up.
Yeah.
So and I think they'll have some screen time. And if they're not involved, I think people would be kind of upset.
And that's where one of the stones is on whatever the Nova Corps planet.
Oh, right.
But so Thanos has to go there. That's where he's going at some point.
Right.
He's got to go there. He's got to go visit the Collector and take the red stone, whatever that one is.
Right.
Ether. I can't remember which one that is. But anyways, there's that stone. So yeah, he's going to be hopping around. But Earth's going to be that final destination where I don't think he's going to be making a big shrine asteroid and they're going to teleport him on. I hope they don't.
A death shrine asteroid floating in space, light years away from Earth. I don't know, man.
They could.
They could do that. I'd be into it.
He could also be wearing a dress. He's omnipotent.
Yeah, he can dress how he likes.
Like the little dress garb that he has at the end of the book. His farmer garb.
Oh, yeah, his farmer garb, yeah.
I hope at the end of this movie.
I would love at the end of the second movie for him to end up in like an old age home where he's just on a farm somewhere.
Just on a rocking chair.
Knitting.
That's
right.
Man.
Yeah.
Those would be big ass needles. He's a big fella. Looks like he's like 9 feet tall.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Looks like one of the California raisins.
Yeah. It's going to be a real downgrade from his current rocket chair.
Yeah. That thing looks comfortable.
Yeah, it does.
Scale of 1 to 10, I'd want to sit on that bitch.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, beyond that, the rest is just really like, it could be anything. I mean, I don't really have any strong feelings of what I would want to see other than those moments in this book, like Nebula getting the glove, his character flaw, and his obsession with death. But yeah. Anything else?
Those are the big points, man. Those are the big points that I think they really need to drive home. Are those? Opening it up to this like more celestial level beings would be really, really cool.
I'd love to see that, but I don't know. I don't think they'll do it. No. But I think they have the pieces to do it. But it's kind of ballsy.
It's a lot. It's a lot to throw at an audience that doesn't really know the lore. Because I'll give Marvel a lot of credit in terms of their films. Is they keep breaking off bite-sized pieces for people to be able to ingest, and they lead, like the Avengers was a slow, methodical build, and they keep doing it with movies that are generally well received all the time. So
consistency.
Be consistent. Don't just throw a bunch of stuff at the audience and hope that they'll deal. And nobody wants, like, we like looking at the lore, but nobody wants to go and read this. That is the average movie goer, right?
Sure, yeah.
They just want to go and watch the Avengers beat up a big purple guy.
That's true.
Yeah, but I definitely agree. The motivations and stuff, it'll be difficult, but that'd be... the other thing I would love to see is somebody just sitting in an easy chair.
Yeah.
In Doctor Strange's Sanctum
Sanctorum. My God,
Sanctorum.
I'd love to see the Doctor Strange living room panels from this book be brought to life where they're all just chilling.
You kind of got that in Ragnarok with him with Thor just sitting there. The only downside was he wasn't in his full garb. That would have been even more amusing.
I want to see fully costumed like guys just sitting in these chairs, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Planning. I want to see Thanos sitting in one of those chairs because that was the best one. The best one was just actually Doctor Doom was pretty good.
Yeah, true.
Or the Silver Surfer like lying in the chair like he's in therapy. It's just great. Like that I want that living room like filled up with people.
It's like the shawarma scene at the end.
Yeah.
Just seeing them all just there in costume eating shawarma.
Yeah, that's right. Just seeing them do regular things in costume. It's funny.
Shawarma.
Yeah. So.
I think they do all that.
Yeah.
I think they'll have a good movie on their hands. Those are kind of the big things.
That's right.
They're gonna don't kill everybody. Just kill a few of them. Iron Man, Cap, maybe a Guardian of the Galaxy or two. I feel like Drax is gonna get it. I hope he doesn't, but I love Drax. He's too funny. All right.
You know what'll happen?
What?
I think Drax is going to revert to his comic book
Garb?
origin garb.
Big
That would
purple headdress and big purple cape.
Yeah, that's right.
No prison tats?
No prison. No scarring or tattoos or whatever.
That would be pretty awesome. I'd like that.
Yeah.
If he just comes in, I'd like a cape.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right. Anything else? I mean, that's it. I'm seeing this movie on Thursday, actually, at like 10 o'clock show or the midnight show. Yeah, Shogo got tickets, so we're going to go check that out. I'm not a huge first day kind of guy, but she definitely likes going to the theater on opening night. And so we're going. It's a big movie. I think it's going to be a really rambunctious crowd of people.
Yeah,
I would think so. Probably be a couple of costumes and, and stuff, so it should be entertaining.
Do you want the gauntlet?
Do I want keep the oven mitt here? I'll take the oven mitt.
That'd be awesome.
I do have some Marvel pajamas. I think I'm gonna wear one like that pair of Marvel pajamas. Thank you, sir.
There we go.
That's good.
I don't know if it's on camera or not.
That's right.
Put it over a beer bottle.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so it's on Thursday. So I guess we'll do a review of the movie.
Yeah, an actual review and see if any of our thoughts or hopes come to fruition.
That's right.
One thing from this book, what don't you want to see? If there's one thing that they don't put in the movie you'd be a happy camper about, what would that be?
Just like the whiny, lovelorn Thanos.
Yeah.
I do want that to be a piece, like his obsession. I want that love to be a piece too, but just rewrite all that dialogue. Like, it can be painful.
You don't like me? Fine. I'm gonna make another one just like me.
That's right. Yeah. Probably get rid of some of that more teen angst thing, and try not to make the battles repetitive.
Yes.
Like where
the
the outcome is sort of, where it's boring to watch because you kind of know where it's going. Like, try to keep things unpredictable. I mean, that's kind of a general statement. You don't want things to be predictable, but in the book there was kind of like this repeat like pacing of planning, attacking, failing, planning, attacking, failing.
Right.
But the attacks are always going to fail.
Yeah.
And the reader knows that because the reader's been told that. So that kind of avoid that. And I think those are simple things. These guys making these films like understand that.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're in any danger of something like that happening at all.
No.
Those were probably my biggest peeves.
Yep. It's make the heroes that we've come to care about so much.
Yeah.
Have a chance. Because when they went in, they were basically they were just fodder. They were a distraction. That's right. All they were, and Warlock was just going to use that distracting.
Yeah, using them as a distraction.
So don't do that. At least let the battle mean something.
Yeah.
Aside from just a simple distraction.
Right, that's right.
Even though you can rewrite it and bring everybody back and that's not what I want to see.
Well, I think that if they manage the power levels, making sure that it's not like so omnipotent that like it's pointless.
Yeah.
If they do that, then I think every battle that happens in the movie, there's always a chance of winning.
Right.
Here they're like, look what he can do.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, this isn't going to go well. But I think that they manage that power. They can make the battles meaningful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Well, we'll probably next time we'll be talking about the movie.
Hell yeah. I got to get tickets actually now that I think about it. I got to see Black Panther this week. So I know that, and I'm all caught up. You got to see Guardians. You got to see Guardians, trust me, because there is something in 2 that leads into this.
Cool.
So, anywho, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you after we see the movie.
See you guys.
Bye.